You also have an interesting view on bodybuilding gurus, which you've elucidated before on Generation Iron. But I wanted to ask you, do you think that bodybuilding gurus, because just for the audience to know, Gregg was there before any bodybuilding gurus, before
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Kane came out, who was the first steroid guru. And he's seen the sport and he's seen the people change over time. Do you think that the advent of the gurus dumbed down bodybuilders?
I do believe that. 'Cause, what's the name? Sean Ray always talks about that. Me and him have talked personally about that. Yeah, absolutely. Because I think that you should know your own body. You don't need some guy to tell you this is what you got to do. This is what you need. An objective eye. Everybody needs an objective eye. You have to get in advice. It's like Derek Jeter when he's playing baseball. There's a batting coach, and a batting coach sometimes says, Derek, maybe Derek's in a slump. So maybe a batting coach say, you're pulling your left leg out a little bit, step in more or whatever. It's not that he has to teach Derek how to hit the ball. Derek already knows how to hit the ball. You follow what I mean? But sometimes you get a little bit a little bit out of whack, and it gets you back. You need a guy to give you a little bit like, listen, you're doing good, but you know what? Maybe you cut your carbs too much. You seem to be holding water here. Things like that. That's a different story. The first guru really was, Vince Gironda, who I've met. I didn't know him really well, but I've met him. You know what I mean? We've talked a little bit. He was like a fucking wacko a little bit with somebody. Like, if you squatted in his gym, he'll throw you out. You know what I mean? He preferred dips over benching. Like he had like, that wacky thing. But that's these guys today have shit like that. But they do it all with drugs. You know what I mean? Anybody could take somebody, just inject them with tons of this and tons of that and tons of this and a drug for every process of the body. But you're not, you could kill somebody, and that's the thing.
This is you bring up two interesting points. I want to comment. One thing is that I want the audience to know I'm a person who reads a lot of academic papers. There aren't that many academic papers on drugs. So when a guru says that he knows something special about using drugs, sure, they've had experience using it, but so have all the bodybuilders. Maybe they've had more experience because they have more clients. So in that way, they work like consultants. You know how strategy consultants, they learn something from one company, they take it to another company and they spread it around. But it isn't like there's something that you can really learn that much about them. It's trial and error. But the other thing is that, you know what I was thinking? In a way, because the drugs changed. So the modern bodybuilder, at least in Venice, I live in LA. Well, now I live right outside LA. The modern bodybuilder takes Trenbolone all year round, most of them. They take Trenbolone, enanthate even. I've been shocked to hear people were taking enanthate, which is the long ester and has a lot of side effects. But so basically, they're taking things that are really messing with their brain. They're getting anxious a lot. I mean, sometimes you notice the bodybuilders today are fidgety, they're emotional, really emotional, and acting funny. And so a lot of them say the reason why I need a coach is not because I need to know what to do. I know what to do, but I want somebody to tell me what to do so I don't have to think in the last stages of competition because my brain is second guessing everything. Well, that's because of the drugs you're taking also. You're not taking these, some of the drugs help you think, like testosterone and some other drugs mellow. They make you confident. They make you, you know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Absolutely. See, I don't like Trent. I tried it. It almost killed me, man. It's bad. But, some guys love it. You're going to get guys out here like, Valentino, you don't know what you're talking about. Listen to me. Your body, like I'm a basic, I never did growth hormone. I used to do just a lot of androgens. I liked a lot of testosterone and, I like that because that's what your body, your body is natural. Testosterone is natural to you. And most steroids, they're just, under the umbrella of testosterone's the mother coming in and they fuck with the molecule. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to me, that's an excuse not to know your own body, to say, well, I need a guru because the last couple of days I can't think straight. You need an objective eye, but you don't need a guy sitting there fucking none of those guys had gurus up until like, towards the end of the 90s, maybe, but and to me, it goes back to like more drugs, less training. That's what a lot of these guys do. I've seen guys in the gym. I don't want to say their names because I'm friends with them, but there's pro bodybuilders that I sit there and go, fuck, man, I don't even know how he has any muscle on because they'll stand there and curl a cable and shit like that, talk to just a couple sets and they're fucking jacked. And it's because they're all drugs,